I filled a sketchbook while I was in Spain, and let's take a look at what I actually created because painting a sketchbook in a week is kind of hard. My first page was the look out my window, and it was very kind of dark and shady when I got there, and it was very nice because I was tired. The second was our big lesson of the second day was about leaves and things like that, so you'll see that that features quite heavily. Then I drew my day. This was a challenge for me because I'm not used to drawing little things. So after I drew a bunch of little things, I went back to my comfort zone and did a landscape because it was stunning there. This was the next morning. I woke up very early, way earlier than anybody else, and painted this, which might be one of my favorite things I painted the whole time I was there. We did some different negative space studies and then also played with some colors. And then they challenged us to do some perspective and live sketching. I failed at the live sketching part of this, but I did take a picture back and tried to kind of figure out how to do that. Then the next night we were working on this little cottage, and I got obsessed with the tiles because, of course, I love patterns. Again, trying to do the draw my day thing because I was trying to challenge myself. This is something that's very much out of my comfort zone, but hey, that's what I'm here for. We're doing some value studies, so I was testing the colors on this other page. I think it looks kind of neat. Again, every time we did kind of something that challenged me, I went back and painted a very simple landscape because it was comfortable. There were these beautiful pink flowers everywhere and then all sorts of really interesting bugs, so went ahead and painted that. Again, challenging myself by trying to draw things that I'm not used to drawing, and I spent a lot of time in the pool. Sometimes I just sneak off by myself and just go float because I wish I had a pool. How cool would it be to have a pool? It was a saltwater pool, so it was really easy to float. Anyways, then I got excited about real colors versus like extreme colors, so I painted that. And I did wake up a couple times during the night to go look at the stars and things like that. And then we did this sketching on site in Rhonda, which was really intimidating. I had to paint it later, but I did sketch both of these ones. That's Andrea. It's not a great sketch of her, but I did try. And then there was this really neat tree on the property that looked kind of like the Whomping Willow, or that's what it reminded me of. Also, Spain was much more of a desert than I expected. There were wild agave growing, and then there were all these really funny looking goats. And this plant that kind of looked like a crazy pineapple to me, and I love the colors. I pushed the pink a bit more, but there was a lot of oranges and yellows in it. Again, I spent a lot of my time floating because I like water. Another landscape, I was trying to kind of play with some of the supplies that I brought. And then, again, I'm trying to make little snapshots of what I was. I was quite hungry on this trip, which was a pretty common theme for most people. And because I was so hungry, by the time it was over, I was ready to go home. And I did. And now I'm home. Anyways, that's what I painted in Spain.